Hi everyone. Today is Monday, May the 4th, and the title of the class today is May the 4th Be With You. And it's a play on the words May the Force be with you from Star Wars. So we're going to look a little bit at Star Wars because it's May the 4th and Star Wars is fun. Okay, but before we do, we're going to look at your cartoon. So you see this ship that is capsizing, that is sinking. And on the boat, there are all these boxes that have the word mannequin. Mannequin. And all of these mannequins are falling into the water, and these these two sharks are biting the mannequins, which are, you know, fake plastic or wooden. And one shark says to the other shark, "What is this? Some kind of a cruel hoax?" So I thought that was funny. I was just going to show you a picture of a mannequin just so that you can attach the word to the image. Okay, so those are the mannequins, the things that you see at the stores holding the clothes. So those sharks are not enjoying those mannequins at all. Okay, on the next page, page 60, you have your suffixes and prefixes guide. Now some of these will have both a prefix and a suffix. So the words are accused, accomplishment, whistle, adventurous, medical, over imaginative, lesson, contain, pre-built, consensus, helpful, and office holder. So you know the routine. Attach the correct suffix or prefix down to the parts of the words down there. Okay, on page 61, we are going to continue our work on learning how to decode syllables. Everything behind me, the suffix and prefixes grid, is to help us learn how to decode words. And part of that is figuring out the syllables. Now, on page 61, the first thing it says is to review dropping the silent E spelling rule. And do you remember what that was from last week? Okay, so there are two parts of it really. The silent E is not dropped if the suffix starts with the suffix, like accomplishment. Okay, that suffix starts with an M, and so that is a consonant. So the silent E is not dropped if the suffix starts with a consonant. Okay, make sure I'm spelling that right. I'm pretty sure you spell it like that. Okay, the silent E is not dropped if the suffix starts with a consonant. And then the silent E at the end of a word is dropped if I just can't read that. If we add a suffix starting with a vowel. So suffixes like ing or ed or er. So the silent E at the end of a word is dropped if we add a suffix starting with a vowel. So on page 61, that should be a review for you, but we're going to go ahead and do a couple together. The one that starts with illustrating relating and postponed. I'm going to share that with you. Okay, let me go down one. Okay, so you have the words illustrating, relating, postponed, bravely, pavement, tiring, cutest, and inspired. So what you have to do is you have to write the root word. So the root word of illustrating is illustrate. The root word of relating is oops, I didn't go down, sorry. Is relate. Postponed is postpone. That means to delay or to not do it. And then the next one is brave. Okay, so on the, let me get my little annotating thing. There we go. A little spotlight. So on this first one, on illustrate, do we drop that silent E? Yes, we do, because your suffix starts with a vowel, ing. On the next one, relate, do we drop this silent E? Yes, we do, because your suffix starts with a vowel, ing starts with a vowel. On the next one, do we drop this silent E? Yes, we do, because this suffix starts with a vowel, the ed. Okay, and the next one, do we drop this silent E? No, we don't, because this suffix starts with an ly. Okay, so do you see maybe kind of the importance of why it's so important to learn the suffixes, so that you can kind of also, it will help you with spelling, it will help you with figuring out words. You'll know, oh, well, that's just a silent E, I can drop that. Or, oh, even though that is a silent E, because the suffix is starting with a consonant, I know that I have to keep that E. All right, and on the next page, we're going to start to work on another rule, and I love this. On page 62, your document of the day, and it says, thank you for your order of mock socks. No sagging, drooping, or flopping, even when hopping. The shipping details. Choose a shipping speed. Standard shipping, 3 to 7 business days. 2-day shipping, 2 business days. 1-day shipping, 1 business day. Your items will arrive in 1 shipment. Shipping address, Joe Blime, Running Deer Lane, Bucksnort, Tennessee. Estimated ship date. Okay, so we're going to look at that, and we're going to start to work on a new rule that we've talked about a couple of times on when do you add a double consonant before your suffix. So let's scroll down a little bit. So I'm going to separate these by the root word. So sag, which means to like it starts to droop. Okay. Oh, well, here's droop. Droop is the root word. Flop is the root word, and hop is the root word. And then down here, ship is the root word. So do you see any rhyme or any rule or reason on why some of those are double and why some of them are not? Well, first of all, sometimes it just wouldn't sound right. If we took out the G here then that word becomes saging, which is not close. Sage is like an herb, and so that's not close to sagging. So we keep that G, but hold on for the reason why. Now, what about this one? Drooping. We don't add a double P. We didn't add a double P on there, but this still sounds like droop, doesn't it? Even with the ing suffix. Now, the next one, flopping. If we didn't add the double P, that would become floping, which is not a word at all. Okay? And then this last one, hopping. If we don't add the double P, that becomes hoping, which is a word, but a completely different word, isn't it? Like a bunny is hopping, and then if you are hoping, that means you are wishing for something. So we have to keep that P. Okay, and then the same thing with ship. If we take off that P, it becomes the word shiping, which is not a word at all. But how? How do they decide on what to keep or what not to keep? Oh, I think there's one more down there. Let me just go down the rest of the way. The same thing with running. Here's the root word run. So why did they keep that double N? If you took it out, it would be ruining, which is not a word as far as a verb goes. So we keep it there, but why? Why is it that sometimes there is a double consonant, a double P or a double T? Well, we're going to look at the rule, and it's called the 1-to-1-to-1 rule. Okay? 1-to-1-to-1. So what you're looking at when you are trying to decide if a word is going to get a double consonant before their suffix, you have to ask these words. Okay? Is it one syllable? Yes. Is there one vowel? Yes. Is there one consonant? Yes. So 1-to-1-to-1. And I'm going to give you some big examples. So, is there one syllable? Yes. Stop. One syllable. Is there one vowel? Yes. Is there one consonant? Yes. So it meets the 1-to-1-to-1 rule. So you do add the double consonant. Oh. Wow, that's a tough marker. So it becomes stopping. Okay, let's do another one. Drip, like when the water is like drip, 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 drip. Is there one syllable? Yes, drip. Is there one vowel? Yes. Is there one consonant? Yes. So you would double that consonant because it meets the 1-to-1-to-1 rule. So it becomes dripping. Okay. The next word, jog. Is it one syllable? Yes. Is there one vowel? Yes. Is there one consonant? Yes. So it meets the 1-to-1-to-1 rule. So look, we're going to double that last consonant. So it becomes jogging, jogging. Okay. The next test, dream. Is it one syllable? Yes, it is. Is there one vowel? Nope. There are two vowels. The E, oh, well, that's not right. The E and the A, right? Sorry. So it does not meet the 1-to-1-to-1 rule because there are two vowels. So this one would just be ing. Dreaming. The next one, mark, like I'm marking up this board. Okay, is there one syllable? Yes. Is there one vowel? Yes. Is there one consonant? Nope. There's a consonant, there's a consonant. So it does not meet the 1-to-1-to-1 rule. So this one does not get a double consonant either. Marking. Okay, so just ask yourself, does it meet the 1-to-1-to-1 rule? And on page 63, you have this entire page is based on the 1-to-1 rule. Okay, and we're going to do a couple of them together. So let me get back on the share. Oh no, I lost one of my ones. Hold on. We can't have just a 1-to-1. It's got to be 1-to-1-to-1. There we go. Okay, so these are exactly the same words that you're going to find on page 63. So the first question, is there one syllable? Yes. So yes. Is there one vowel? Yes. Maybe should we say yes? I'm going to say yes. Yes. Is there one vowel? Yes. Is there one final consonant? Let's see. There's the S and the P, so that would be a no. There's two consonants at the end, right? So that's going to be a no. So we're going to not double that consonant because it's got two, the S and the P. Okay. Next one, big. Is it one syllable? Yes. Does it have just one vowel? Yes, it has just the I. So we're going to say yes. Does it have just one final consonant? Yes, it just has the G. So yes. So it meets the 1-to-1-to-1 rule. So we're going to add the double consonant so that it is spelled bigger. Okay, next one. Is it one syllable? Yes, get or yet. Does it have just one vowel? Yes, just the E. Does it have just one final consonant? Yes, just the T. So it meets the 1-to-1 rule. So you're going to add the double consonant. Okay. The next one. Is it just one syllable? Yes, just wise. So it means the first one. Does it have just one vowel? Yes. Well, this is silent. The word is wise. So this one is silent. It's not being counted right at the moment. So it has the I. So yes, it does have one vowel. Does it have just one final consonant? No, it doesn't, does it? It's got the S and then the E. So it does not get a double consonant. Okay. So you will continue to do the same thing, and you might just want to put this word up here, put the numbers 1-to-1-to-1 so you can remember the rule, even though it will take you through each of those steps. So you will do stamping, blamed, bitten, flatten, reading, shopping, and boxed. Okay. On the next page, page 64, you are going to be looking for the patterns that we have discussed. The first one is the one-to-one rule that we just covered, and then the one that we covered last week where you look to see if the word starts, oh my gosh, sorry, let me get it back up here. The silent E rule. So if the silent E at the end of the word is dropped, oh sorry, let me read that again. The silent E at the end of a word is dropped if we add a suffix starting with a vowel, okay? Or if the silent E is dropped if the suffix starts with a consonant, no. So you've got three things to think about. Check to see if you're going to drop the silent E if the suffix starts with a vowel. Like 8, bravest. The suffix is going to be est. Can you see that? Bravest. I'll just write it off to the side. So the suffix is est, and the root word is brave. So you do drop that silent E. Because your est starts with the vowel. And let me see if I can find one that is not like that. Quitting, humming, fixing. Yeah, nope. Okay, and then the other one will be the one-to-one rule. So look at the silent E, decide if you drop it. If you drop the silent E because your suffix starts with the vowel, or you look at the silent E and you keep it because your suffix starts with a consonant, or the one-to-one-to-one. So the three rules on syllables. We're not going to do D right now, progress check. We're going to actually skip that because I'm going to do a little May the 4th Star Wars with you for the progress check. So first, we're going to go over to the smooth reading on page 65. And it says, Sam keeps forgetting to buy milk when he goes shopping. Now he is upset because he has been consuming a lot of chocolate chip cookies and he has a craving for a tall glass of milk. Tomorrow he is planning to go to the store and he is writing himself a note so he won't forget again. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words that are in bold, and you should be able to follow the rule on why they added a double consonant in the middle or why they dropped the silent E. Okay, so now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to look at some more words on whether or not we dropped it, the silent E or not, based on Star Wars and Star Wars quotes. So let me go to our next page. Okay, so here is Yoda. He's my favorite character from Star Wars. And just so you know, some people would say, well, maybe this might not be the best example for English because Yoda does not speak in proper English, does he? He switches his words around. But let's go ahead and read it. Beware of the dark side. Anger, fear, aggression. The dark side of the force are they. Now, proper English would be they are the dark side of the force. But he switches his direct object first, then verb, then subject. Easily they flow, quick to join you in a fight. If once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. Consume you, it will. Now, in English, we would say it will consume you. But this is Yoda. He's from a different planet, and this is how they speak in his planet. So we're going to go ahead and graph out those words. Let me see. Okay, let's go see. So flow. If we were going to add the ing, it would just be like that. Now, we could do the one-to-one question on this. Did it have just one syllable? Yes, flow. Did it have just one vowel? Sort of not. Does it have just one consonant? Yes, sort of. But what does this W act as? Flow, O-O-O. You don't say the W, do you? It's not flow, flow. It's just flow. So the W is silent. So even though it looks like it could meet the one-to-one rule, because that W acts as an O, it doesn't work that way. Okay, the next one is join. Join. So does it have just one syllable? Yes. Does it have just one vowel? No. It's got two vowels. So no double for that one. The next one is start. One syllable? Yes. Does it have just one vowel? Yes. Does it have just one consonant? Nope. It's got an R and a T. So it's starting like that. The next one. Dominate. Now this is going to be the other rule on the silent E, because this E is not pronounced. Dominate. So if we change that to dominating, what is the question that we ask? Do we drop the silent E if the suffix starts with a vowel? Yes, we do. So it would just become dominating like that. I've got Post-it notes sticking to my elbow here. Okay, the next one, consume. Consume you, it will. So that E is silent. And do we drop that silent E if our suffix starts with a vowel? Yes, we do. So it just becomes consuming. Okay, Yoda, thank you very much. Okay, and this is his most famous quote, and I love this quote. And he says, no, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. And he's saying, don't just try and give up, but you do it or you don't do it. So let's go ahead and add a suffix to these ones. Try, and the ing. Now, there is no silent E, is there? But this try, the Y is acting like, it sounds like a vowel. Try, I, but it is a Y. So it is just trying. The next one, do. Okay, no silent E, so, oops. So it's doing. Okay, so I'm going to add at the very end of this video a connection to the Star Wars song. And this is how this first started a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And then you see the Star Wars. So, and then there's a little description with all these words that you're going to read. I'm going to stop that share for a second and go to a different share just to show you. Okay, so I could only show you just a second of this, but then I'm going to attach the link to this so you can see it. But I want you to hear the music just for a second. And I have no sound, sorry. I'm gonna have to do that all over again, sorry. Let's put some music to that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show of that. But we're going to go through the words that are attached to that introduction. And then at the end of this video, you will get to see the entire introduction to this is the episode I'm going to watch tonight because it is May the 4th. And that's episode 1, 2, 3, 4. And I remember this video. I'm really dating myself now, but that was 1977. And I remember my mother and I going to Ulysses to go watch this in the movies. And there was like a line all the way around the block to watch this. And it was just so amazing. All the science fiction in it and all of the graphics. So it was pretty cool. Okay. But anywho, we're going to follow the syllable rule with all of these words. And I thought it would be cool just to go ahead and start with the word star and war. So let's do the one-to-one question, one-to-one-to-one question on star. Is it one syllable? Yes, it is. Does it have just one vowel? Yes, it does. Does it have one final consonant, just one? Yes. So you would type that out as double consonant starring. Because if you didn't, if you wouldn't like that, staring, that means like I'm staring at you and my eyes are not stopping. So it meets the one-to-one rule. Now we're going to just pretend, we're going to take the S off for a second and we're just going to look at the word war. Okay. So is it just one syllable? Yes. Does it have just one vowel? Yes, it does. Does it have just one consonant? Yes, it does. So it would be warring, like two tribes were warring against each other. Okay, now all of these other verbs that we're fixing to look at are in the introduction for Star Wars Episode 4. So if we are adding ing to this, we don't need to capitalize it though. So here's a silent E, strike. So does that silent E stay or does it go? Okay, it goes because your suffix starts with an ing. Okay, the next word, manage. Is that a silent E? Yes, it is. So it becomes managing. Now here's that Y again. Destroying, destroying. So you just, oh man, I just I just lost my word. Destroying. Okay. Next word is a tricky word, pursue. It means to chase something. Like if you saw a dog chasing a rabbit, you could also say the dog was pursuing the rabbit. So that is, in this case, it is a silent E. So it becomes pursuing. Race. The E is silent, so it becomes racing. Save. The E is silent, so saving. Restore. E is silent, so it becomes restoring. Okay. Oh, let me stop the share there. Okay, so that is it for today. And I want everybody to click on to that Star Wars and watch the introduction to Star Wars. And we just did all of the verbs in there, determining if it would follows the 1-to-1-to-1 rule, or if it is the silent E, if you drop it or keep it. So everybody look up here for the link for that video, and I will see everybody tomorrow. And tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, so it's just an exciting first week of May. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, and may the 4th be with you.